I am Hans and this is my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Today we are going to be installing a smart switch. Let's go! I have one in my bathroom right now that I just don't like at all. It's just really weird. It's cumbersome. It's hard to figure out how to turn it on, especially at night. So I have these ones all over on the other side of the house where the remodel was, because all the walls are white and this fits really well in that environment. And there's some LED lights in here and these things flip on and off just by touching this bottom button. The ones I have over here have a top and a bottom button, so on and off, and then if you push and hold down, it'll dim down, push and hold up, it'll dim up. They're really cool. This one, push it on the bottom and then it's got a little dimmer in the middle here with an up and down button. It was really weird how quickly I got used to this, and I would come into the other side of the house that I've been pushing those buttons for years, and all of a sudden I'm pushing on the bottom of them to get them to turn on. So it is very intuitive. I like these ones a lot. So I got this one, which is very similar. This is an upgrade. So instead of having this little button on the top and the bottom here, it's got a little slider, it looks like. And I've never messed with this thing, but like right here, there's a little slider portion. Focus, right there. And so I'm gonna take the one out of my guest bathroom that I just hate. They are smart switches, so you don't have to use the buttons. You could actually say, hey Alexa, turn on the guest bathroom, but you don't want to do that every time you go into the bathroom. This, I think, is going to be a better solution, and plus I want to try it out. And if not, then I've got one more of these. I may just install this one and it'll match the rest of them in the house. Let's go install this thing. So this is the thing that I don't like. So you have a bottom button and a top button. So it's hard to see because it's dark. You have a bottom button there. And then in between those two, you have these little up and down arrows, so you can go dim it up and down. And it's pretty slow going. But it's just kind of like when you come into the bathroom and you feel this plate, you just don't feel the button. Like on the other one, I know you can kind of feel it get larger on the bottom, so you know that that's where the button is. This one, I don't know. I don't like it. I'm gonna take it out. So this is the switch that I was talking about. So when you turn that on, you can see you got a little blue light and then you have some green lights on the side right there. But you just hit that one time, shuts it off. Hit it one time again, turns it on. If you wanna dim it, you just push this button on the bottom there. You can see those lights will go down. You wanna dim it back up, you push that and hold it, it'll dim back up, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different levels of brightness there, which is plenty. I'm gonna go ahead and dim it down. And we'll dim it back up. You can really see how it really is gradual. And the other thing I really like about them is when you turn it off, they don't turn off like right away. It kind of just softly turns off. Same thing when you turn it on. But when you turn it off, it's even more exaggerated. I like that. You're futuristic. Power's off for sure, because this thing is not coming on when we hit that button. None of the lights are lighting up. Pop that plate off of there. In case you can't figure it out, like these guys have marked these so that you don't put them in the wrong way or upside down. There's an arrow pointing up and it says up right next to it, so you really can't screw these things up. We've got this one wire right here that's going here. That is going to the light, and then this one here is going to provide the power that's going to feed that light. So I think the reason I like this one is I didn't need to have a common for it. This was the only one that we actually didn't have to have the white wire connected up. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. We'll open that one up and look at that. That's pretty cool looking. We'll stick that one right in there, but this one does need to have the white wire connected in order for it to get power so you can connect it to the internet. So we're gonna need to jump off of the power cord that is stuffed behind this one, so we're gonna have to pull that one out too. Probably should have gotten a screwdriver so that if electric screwdriver saves some time, but I know that you guys, this actually might put you to sleep. This might be your new sleep video. Just watch me unscrew these screws because they're so long. by the time I got it undone, he might be snoring away. So we're gonna have to jump into this, and then we've got this one running up. That's definitely going up to the light. It should be pretty simple. So it has a little diagram back here. So this is the out, so this is gonna go up to the light. This is gonna be the ground, the black common, or this is gonna be the common. And then this one is gonna go to the copper right here. So really quickly, I'll just show you how to do this. So this one will go here. And I'm certain that there's a diagram in the box somewhere, but I don't need no instructions, man. Famous last words. Don't need any instruction book, man. White is gonna jump into these whites that are here. And then this is gonna be, whoops. This one goes to the light. Oh, oops. Did I do that? One thing I will tell you guys about doing electrical work like this is you don't want to make mistakes. So I'm joking around about the instructions and all that, so definitely take the time to read the wiring diagrams to make sure everything is hooked up right. I definitely have all of these hooked up right. We've got that jumped in there. Kind of pull on these things, make sure everything is in there tight. And before I push all this back in, I'm gonna go turn on the breaker again, and we're gonna test everything and make sure it's still, that it's working. So back to the breaker box. All right, I flipped the switch and nothing turned off or flipped off. Oh, look at this. Oh, except for my vacuum cleaner is starting up again. So if we click that once, the light's on. If we scroll down, whoa, that's so cool. Yes, this is my new favorite switch. Look at that. So you just scroll down, it's got a little sensor in there, halfway, or you could tap it wherever you want, or just hit that on the bottom, turn it on and off. That is my new favorite switch. And right now it's asking me to connect it to the internet. I'm gonna turn the power off before I push all these wires back in, just in case something touches each other or comes apart or something as I'm doing it. So let's be safe about this and do it the right way. Power's off, nothing's on here, looking good. Then we're gonna go ahead and just kind of organize these wires back in the way that they were as good as we can. Trying to get all of the solid pieces all the way in the back. Okay, so that'll go in there. This one will go in here just like this. Look at that, side by side. Just as fast as we took them apart, we're gonna put them back together. Again, this might be a good time for you to take a nap. You can see how much flex my box has inside the wall. When this part of the plate hits the wall right there, it's the drywall, it tightens all that up really nice. You wanna leave these a little bit loose because when you put that plate back on, you've gotta move these things side to side just a little bit. And especially with this one, because it's not going to give you very much forgiveness as far as how much you can move it, you're going to need to be able to move that other one left and right, get the plate lined up, and then come back in and tighten them up. So you can see this one does not have a lot of side-to-side movement. On the bottom, it has a little bit more than the top, but not a lot to play with. So we're going to need to use this mobility here to get all this to line up right. So when we put this plate back on, like so, it's not fitting because this, there it goes, see how that kind of moved over? So this is where that's gonna need to sit, and it's a little bit loose in there, so I'm gonna pull this off and tighten it up. I'll just hope that it stays right there. It kind of moved a little bit, there we go. So you can kind of give it a little persuasion, get it in there. These ones were definitely not designed to hold those screws. This comes with its own plate that will snap onto that, so they're not really designed to have those screws put into them. But we can put them in there. Aesthetically, they're gonna look good. That plate's not going anywhere because all these two are holding that plate in there really nicely. Even if you pull on it here, you can't get it to come out. So let's power that thing back up, and then we're gonna go ahead and hook it up to the internet. So there's a little QR code right here. QR code, yes. Open that in Safari. Download. Get it. This is exciting. I've never had one of these. I thought that this was the same brand as these ones that I've been using, but it's definitely not the same brand. I really like it though. I like the clickability and then the dimmability of it. That's cool. Comparatively to this one, kind of has sort of a loose click. Listen to that one. Kind of more of a definitive click, which could be good or bad. I guess I'm gonna have to register. Give me a minute. So you can actually dim it down and dim it up from there. It's much smoother when you do it here. You can see it kind of jumps right there. Huh, cool. We're gonna go to skills and games, and then this is the one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and download. So I had to update my Alexa app, and then I had to go ahead and get those two apps connected, which was pretty easy after I did that. I just went into games and skills, and I found the Gosund app, and I went ahead and got that downloaded. It didn't download because I had an older version of the Alexa app. So when I upgraded that, then it went ahead and did it just fine, no problem. It discovered the device and it worked really well. It does have these cool little stickers so you can label things when you're wiring the thing. I kind of knew what was going on, so it didn't need to do that. So the positives and negatives of these switches are that I absolutely love the feeling of them. I like the touch. I like the way that it clicks. I like the way that it will dim easily just with that slider. I think that's so cool. My wife just tried it and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I really like these lights, but the button, I mean, it's kind of it's a strange thing, and it was easy to get used to, like I said, but the button here to click it, let's see, you can hear it, and it's just kind of, it's a hollowy kind of plasticky feel and sound, where the other one's more of like a real definitive click. And then these ones, they kind of, the up and down ones, they click and whatever, it works great. These are awesome. I don't know what happened to these guys. This was literally, this is called Smart Dimmer Switch. That is the name of this brand. These are pretty cool. I really like them. I have them all over my house. I'm concerned right now that they might be gone and out of business because I can't find them anymore. This is the one thing I don't like about this, is that it is actually just advertising. I just think that does not need to be there. If somebody likes it, they're going to spread the word. I wish that this plate was just a plate without their logo / name of their company on there. But I was able to put a 2 receptacle plate on there, and it kind of divided it up. And although you couldn't get those screws to really anchor in on that switch, it still looked all right. And I mean, it's not going anywhere. That plate is going to be on there just fine. Let's get to these. I found these on Amazon, and it was a 6-pack, $329. I don't get it. what's the appeal? I think that the appeal maybe would be that you don't have to hook into your common wire, but how hard is that? I mean, to pay that much extra money, and I mean, again, I don't like these ones at all. It's just not, it doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, if you guys have these in your house, they're awesome. Keep them, they're really cool. I have these ones in my house and they're awesome. I'm gonna keep them, they're cool. It's not the best thing in the world, but these Gosund ones are really cool. I really am stoked about them. If I was super rich, which I am not, I would go ahead and replace all of these in my house with those ones, just because I think they're really, I mean, it's way cooler to me than these ones. They look nicer, they feel better, whatever, I don't know. It's a Switch, what am I worried about? The ones that are on Amazon are these Gosund ones, and they are really dominating the market. I mean, if you look on Amazon, just type in dimmer switch or Wi-Fi dimmer switch or smart dimmer switch. These guys are dominating, and I'm not sure why, but I'm glad. I mean, they really are doing a good job. The TP-Link was like a big one that I was after, and I really liked those ones in the beginning, but that's more just like a switch. And these guys have just a switch as well, but you can see that they have a 4-pack for like a ridiculous $69 for a 4-pack. That is ridiculously low priced. If you come out to $64, I mean, it's like $17 each, $17.50 each-ish. I'm impressed with these guys. They've done a really good job. Whatever they're doing for their marketing, they're really doing a great job. Because even the GE switches that I really like, they've lowered their price from almost $50 to $39. And I mean, I don't think they can compete. They have like one listing, and you look at the rest of these listings and it's all this Gosund stuff. And so I'm really impressed with it though. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you guys like this kind of content, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see what I'm going to put out next, hit that bell button and you will see me in the next video. Let's go!